I love Jane Wickland so much. She's so funny. Who?
Not
Correct.
me.
I'm funny.
No. No, I do what I want.
That's a catchphrase?
Zay something. Via Cortes Days. Yeah, I don't remember what they were. Yeah. Am I remembering correctly that you said there was a church and a bastion nearby, or was that somewhere else? Does it, okay. Does it look like they are occupied? Okay. Okay.
Have we seen any people thus far?
Yeah, but if we've seen
But
a
it
couple,
doesn't
it's not like
necessarily
a whole
look like a
town.
ghost town.
Right. Okay, cool. Can we look at the remains of the house and just see if it looks like anyone has been there? I don't know, since it burned down, I guess. I mean, like, or like if anyone has like looked around it or something. Okay, just because we know someone was looking for Mira's dad. So you said Ant Notice? Nice. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't look like, as far as we can tell, there's not like obvious signs it's been ransacked for, like, I don't know, someone was looking for a specific thing or whatever. I guess I don't really know how y'all would know that based on the ruins, but yeah. That's, yeah. Mhm. That's fair. Do we maybe want to check out the church and or bastion and see if anyone's there and ask them if they know anything? since we're still a little like out of the ways of town. Maybe they know something about the Tyrells too.
I don't think it would hurt to try.
Yeah. All right.
But we gotta be careful.
I vote church first.
I do think that those monsters we ran into in the woods were what was keeping people from
Sending word back.
yeah, basically from sending word back from here, and that's what was happening to
Yeah.
some of the travelers and stuff.
Yeah. So, which I mean, ideally that means that there are people here who can tell us stuff, right? Because like on the road or whatever, maybe they've been getting intercepted and murdered, but maybe
Right.
around here there's still some people who have some info.
Or they'll just murder us immediately because apparently this place is a cult.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thing, is like I really feel like if we go into town, I feel like what we're gonna see is like a lot of very empty buildings and then one building that's like the cult from Midsummer or whatever, you know? Like it's just gonna be like 75 people who are all just like, I don't know, drinking Kool-Aid and slitting goat throats or whatever. So like I ideally want to check out all the places that cannot contain 75 people, or probably don't, until like before we have to look at the places that probably do have 75 people in them.
So fun little thing that I just want to point out really quick. Because I had to take down my entire setup when I evacuated and just put it back together, I just realized that my microphone has not been set up to recording. So you guys are gonna look fucking insane for the first 12 minutes of the recording.
Great.
Just talking to no one, including the fucking recap. So that's funny. That recap is for our ears only. Sorry, Ronnie.
Love it.
You don't get the part where I fucked up and fucking didn't have the recording going on my mic and couldn't goddamn remember half the names. Fuck you in particular.
It's just gonna be like 7 minutes of silence with me going, Zane, Divya Court Estate. That's it.
Anyway, please continue.
Yeah, so I mean, since we're like out of the way, I think maybe we go check out the church if no one has any objections. I will take that as a
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, no, we can take a look at the church.
Great. I would like to go into the church and see if there's anyone there.
So you're heading into town proper?
Yes.
All of you are?
Oh, did Umbra ever like get back to me? Have I heard anything from her? Because I think I sent her out to scout ahead while we went over here.
Was there something specific you were scouting her for? I don't remember, I'm sorry.
No, not really. Just like, I want to know if she found the 75 people cult, you know? So like...
No, like, you just wanted her, like, wandering the town?
Yeah.
She will have just reported everything's kind of normal, like, it seems like a normal town.
Okay, that's good. I mean, like, that's mostly what I want to know, so it's not, like, dumb for us to walk into town proper, so...
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, what she saw was, yeah, you know, chimneys going off, people sitting at tables eating breakfast, that kind of thing.
Great. I will think back to her. Okay, good. You're done for now. I'll call you back later if I need you. Bye. And then I dismiss her.
She would have probably experienced being a little uncomfortable being a very black cat that sticks out on all the snow.
That's fair.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything about that. Well,
no, weirdly enough, you can't. So, you guys are heading to the church, you said?
yes, I think so.
You make your way into the town proper. Mira, are you leading the way given your vague knowledge of the town, or?
Sure.
Okay. The first thing that you would notice, Mira, is nothing has changed since you were last here.
In 13 years?
It almost, like, some of the stalls are a little bit bigger on the main street, but almost nothing's changed. It's practically the same. The buildings, one of the, let me see here, the Redfern General has a new roof that's a little bit taller and slanted in such a way that there's no snow on it now. Otherwise, like, everything looks so similar. It's almost uncanny how little has changed here in so long.
The scariest part of that was that you said, "Let me see here," meaning you have notes about that the roof of this one place changed and nothing else has, which is like, okay.
I like detail.
No, I know, just it's. I was listening to a podcast like an actual play podcast, and they were talking about how like they were in a situation, and the DM Brennan started describing like how many people were on the ship with them, and like what stations everybody was like positioned at, and like what was going on, and it was just like, oh, you're giving us detail because you're about to kill all of these people, and it's like,
It's just
that's
important to
how I
have
know.
detail. Anyway,
He's gonna
So-
blow up that roof.
Absolutely.
I mean, Mira, would you like to roll an int no to see if you know the history of the Redfern General Store and why it might not have a new roof?
Sure.
I mean, if it's something you think Mira might know. It's up to you, Alex. I'm just giving you the option.
What role was it?
Int no.
I guess all things considered, I'm more worried about the places that haven't changed than the ones that have, but
Well, I don't get to give all of the backstory on it.
no, I know, of course.
Unfortunately, because Mira only has a 6 on that.
Mhm.
But, you remember hearing that there used to always be complaints about leaking in the springtime when all of the snow had melted. So it seems like it would make sense that they would have, in the last few years, probably gotten a new roof. I don't get to give all the stuff. Fuck you. That was not plot relevant at all. I just wanted to give a middle finger to Adarsh for getting us off topic.
Good.
Anyway,
I'm good.
so you guys make your way to the town proper, and the small, probably the smallest impressive looking Espection church you've seen. It still has a tall bell tower. It still has a small cemetery. I don't remember if a cemetery has to be attached to a church or if it's a graveyard that is, but I digress. I think it's cemetery. But for the most part, it is like it still has 2 small stained glass windows on either side of the large wooden double doors of this stone building, which in the smallest towns you don't even really expect that. Sometimes it's not even a stone building, it's just wood. Mira, you would know that this thing was ancient even when you were around, and it hasn't changed at all. And there's, like, as you're kind of approaching, you can see that the double doors are being held open. It looks like there is a large bucket of water holding one side open, and then a chair propped up on the other side. All told, there are maybe... Wait, I gotta see what day of the week it is. Okay. All told, there are maybe 15, 20 people. I'd say fully packed, this inspection church could probably fit, if you're really sardining them, 80 people. So it's pretty barren. There is a Vokai who is older gentleman, like simple robes, got kind of balding white hair, maybe 60s. He's speaking of, you know what, we'll see, depends on what you guys do, but he is currently like at the altar essentially speaking, podium.
Are they giving off cult vibes?
He's speaking of inspection. Like, from what you can hear from outside, it seems like he is speaking of... let me see here.
I mean, there are Christian cults. Like, he could be speaking about the most popular religion and still be a cult.
I know. He is speaking of Baal, the Saint of the Forge.
Okay.
Which is pretty normal for inspection. Based on what you remember back when you were here, like, I'm sure it was precious little, but that tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you guys heading inside, or?
Yeah, why not, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, I guess we can't really talk to him if he's in the middle of a sermon, but, you know, we'll see, I guess. We can...
Yeah, we can go inside and take a seat.
Yeah.
As you kind of head in, he pauses and just like his attention turns to you, and a few of the people who are kind of like casually listening to him also turn. So maybe in total you have 7 or 8 pairs of eyes on you. And he just kind of... unfamiliar faces in our little corner of the world. And he just kind of... he, like, almost, like, very emphasizes, like, slams his hand to the podium and stands up a little bit straighter. And this is what I discuss, what I wish to emphasize, that no matter how tall the snow, no matter how thick, no matter how steep journey, no matter how many avalanches, it will always continue to climb. This is an example. Greetings, friends. And, he kind of motions for... let's see here. Rowan to come up to the front.
All right. I will walk up to the front.
And he kind of like... the podium isn't a lot taller. Like, it's maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground. So, like, he is looking down on you, but it's not like you have to, like, crane your neck to look straight up at him unless you're directly at the podium. And he just... what is it that you and your compatriots are doing here in such ominous weather? Such a dangerous time. What brings you to Coerval? What is it that guides you?
Well, I'm just thinking to Garrett, like, I don't know what we're allowed to tell these people. Well, we're here from Artavista, and we've been asked to look into a matter that leads back here. We don't have too much information, but we were just passing by and we heard your sermon, and we thought we might sit in and just get a feel for the town while we were passing by.
Passing by to where? Exactly. Where do you fight for here in this cold season? When the frost is at its greatest, what is it that you fight through, not giving up, continuing your journeys when it would be so much easier to just quietly huddle by a fire?
Oh, I hate this. Okay. I hate the vibes here. Not even because like he's evil, just like I don't like this. I feel like I'm in the principal's office or something. Okay. You know, I'm not sure that I'm at liberty to say. We've been sent on some official business, so we may not be at liberty to divulge too much, but suffice it to say, I guess that we are trying to ensure the safety of both the people here and the people back in Arta Vista that we are working with.
You work with the duchy.
Yes, we are in contact with the duchy to investigate some matters. Yes.
And he just kind of motions to those of you who aren't stuck talking to this man are able to probably count out that there are, well, maybe not Shrieg, in total 15 people, along with one gentleman who might be a janitor or something, kind of standing in the shadows in the back corner, leaning up against a pillar. Well, if there's anything that we can do for you, all of the followers here, we're always willing to help.
Thank you.
He motions out to them before you get a chance to speak. That goes for all of you. Offer your hand, offer your assistance when needed. It's important, especially in times like these when it is so cold, to warm up your neighbors. Keep them warm, keep them willing to fight, and keep them going. And he looks back to you with a warm smile.
Yeah, I don't like it. Are you by any chance aware of the Tyrells? I'm not sure that they've lived here in a while, but we are. We've heard about somebody looking for the Tyrells and coming this way, so we were just wondering if you might know anything about them, or if anybody else might have come looking for them.
He blinks a couple of times and purses his lips and shakes his head. Not know any Tyrells, but I'm sure once we are done here, you're free to ask. Someone must. Gives another smile and leans over a little bit, reassuringly, to pat on your shoulder.
Okay. Well,
I will wrap up quicker for you. Give it another 5-10 minutes.
No rush. Take your time, please. I'll leave you to it. And I just like book it back to the pews or whatever.
He motions back to the yeah.
I don't like being on display in front of everybody, like standing at the like foot of the podium while like 15 pairs of eyes are on me, not including us. And then also just like this man like emotionally monologuing in my face is just like not my vibe. I'm just like, please just give me the information so I can leave. Please don't tell me about how we must fight on through the blizzard or whatever.
Yeah, please don't tell me to never give up. Please don't give me positive affirmations. That's bad.
Yeah, I don't believe any of it. I only don't give up if I have reason to not give up.
Anyway, so this continues for about another... are you guys sticking around till the end?
That's up to the others.
I don't think it would be a bad idea to get a general vibe of, the people who live here.
Is the
Maybe ask some
general
questions?
demographic of the people in this church?
Question.
You said the demographic?
Yes.
It is... I mean, is there something, like, specific you're, like, looking for, like, it's not like trending in a specific, like, there's, in total, you can see there are, out of the people here, about 50-50 on gender. Looks like maybe 1 or 2 more women. The men here are older. There's no young men here. I guess that would be the most obvious thing, is the youngest man here is probably the one standing in the back, the janitor or something, who's maybe mid to late 40s.
But everyone generally looks more elderly.
Yeah. A couple of 1 or 2 of the women might be like late 20s, early 30s. Everyone else is 40s plus easily.
Okay, we could probably take him in a fight. We can stay.
Incredible.
So are you saying that old people can't fight?
No, I'm saying that us against them, we've got decent
realize
odds.
I'm almost twice your age. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, and he's better at fighting than you are.
Yeah, and I could kick your ass. What are you saying?
Yeah. That's just objectively true.
It sounds
guys,
to me like I need to run like
hurts.
a fucking battle royale one-shot for you guys.
I'd win.
I was gonna say, it turns into a fucking horror movie. Just a fucking slasher where Mira's just running around murdering you one by one. Oh.
That hurts. Anyways.
What do you want, kitty?
Yes, so I
So,
guess we were staying at
all
the
right.
end.
The discussion goes on for another 10 or 15 minutes. 2 people go up and speak of their worries and are assuaded and reassured that, as always, they will get through it through a sense of community, and if they need anything, that the Vokai himself will make sure to procure food or firewood if needed. And that no matter how cold, no matter how brisk, no matter how ravenous the storm, they will stand as they always have, and Coerval will stand as it always has. For any in the party who are even vaguely religious, this very much tracks with a speech regarding Baal. Whose aspects are creation, craftsmanship, and determination. The want to never give up. And after he wraps up, he steps down from the podium and just kind of, as he does, he just, of course, if there's anyone here who does know of that, and just motions to you guys. What was that name?
The Tyrells.
The Tyrells, please. Go on. Speak with our guests. And, he goes and, like, as he starts to step down, off of he grabs a cane leaning up against the stage and goes and sits down nearby and begins drinking something hot. A couple of minutes later. I'm sorry?
I'm not talking to him again, so if anybody wants to talk to him, it's on them.
All right. A few moments later, an older woman, maybe one of the oldest women in here, probably mid-late 60s, probably older than the Vokai, comes up, and her hair is tied in these simple, short, just kind of double, almost rounded pigtails. Like a fancy pigtail bun. I have no idea what it would be called. I don't know hairstyles, I apologize. And she just slowly comes up wearing a very plain dress, and on top of it, a slightly dirty cloth apron. And she just... You were asking about the Tyrells? They haven't lived here in a long time.
Were you familiar with them?
She pauses and... No. No.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna glance at the others.
Why is she asking if she doesn't know anything?
I know.
I'm kind of like jerking my head at the door, like, can we go now?
Yeah.
I just want to be of help. Gone more than a decade. Rich man came, had a house, big house. I used to deliver him some stuff here. It was apt or something. Always needing rare herbs and spices and things. But it burnt down. He had a very, very sickly daughter. She burnt it down or something long time ago. She kind of leans in close. Say she killed him.
Mira's trying her best to not look horrified.
Yeah. Me too. Interesting. That's useful information to have. That is unfortunate, of course, but it sounds like it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Nowadays, not really. No one really took it. Too much work building up there. What are you looking for? Tyrells for?
You know, we had just heard that someone who's associated with the matter we're looking into had been asking about them and had heard that they lived here, so we thought that perhaps that person had come to town here and was looking for them, or maybe we could get an idea of what it is that they were looking for the Tyrells for.
Ask me. Looking for that daughter. Like I said. She killed him. At least, I don't think so, but... The old man, he spoke highly of her. He did speak of her. He kind of pauses. Not often. Maybe she was something else.
What do you mean by something else?
Maybe she was not as goodly as you want to believe. Maybe she was something bad, something evil. Can't say. Never met her myself. Just heard stories and occasionally would ask. He just paid very good for herbs, spices, plants, all manner.
Interesting. I'm just gonna glance at Mira, like, do you have any questions, or...
She looks very upset.
Yeah.
But she's also, like, trying to, like, lay low, like, she has her hood up, and
Okay.
it's trying not to be, like... I mean, apparently people don't really remember that much, but she's trying not to be recognized or anything.
Yeah. Well, that's all very useful information. Thank you. Garrett, do you have anything you would like to ask?
I'm just trying to think. I mean, should I just straight up ask about any of the weird crap that's been happening here? And I'm thinking this at Rohan.
Sure, why not? At this point, what do we have to lose?
Yeah. So part of the reason that we're here is we've been hearing about disappearances. People in Artavishte were from the guards, the ducal guards were being sent here, and then never heard from again. And we're investigating some of those disappearances. Has there been anything aside from this snow that's been unusual?
She like cocks her head to the side and just, what you mean? What you mean? Don't understand. You call guards. Got the regulars. Sometimes some others show up, drop down supplies. She like narrows her eyes and like gets close to you, like she thinks it's a joke or something. She just can't. She just isn't really understanding what you're saying.
Have there been other strangers who have showed up aside from us?
Oh, sometimes the Ducal sends more guards to give us more. Happens every few years with the when we get the rough storms, the rough seasons.
So have they been? So have they been sending guards lately, or have you not gotten any guards lately?
You always get them. It's cold like this. Don't really keep an eye on the goings-on of our enforcements of laws, though. Might want to ask at the Bastion.
Sure. That seems smart. I think I'm gonna look at Garrett like we might have more luck there.
I don't know if we even want to ask them because
Yeah, that's
they're
true.
probably working for.
Have you had any disappearances of people who live here that you know of?
Disappearances, like what? Aptitude?
No, just right. I mean, if somebody were to have gotten hurt or taken somewhere else, for example.
You don't strike me as brights.
We're not.
She kind of like shrugs a little bit. She kind of like meanders her way to a point, and after a moment just kind of... I don't spend a lot of time in the town. Most of my time's out in nature.
I'm just thinking to Garrett, like, why did you come talk to us?
Yeah. Sure.
Got it. That makes sense. Well, thank you very much for your help. We'll be sure to let the people of the church know, or the folk I know, if we do need any more help. But I think we probably have all the information we need at the moment.
You can see that behind her there are 5 or 6 other people who have kind of lined up to wait to talk to you.
My God.
Can I get a vibe check? Does it seem like she's confused because she's old and like confused? Or is she just like, I don't know, is it something about what we were saying? Or is it like, this is so like...
Give me a wisdom into it.
I would love to. Fuck yeah.
She is high out of her fucking mind.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Do they all look high?
Good question.
No, just seems to be her.
Great. Okay.
Like,
That is so funny. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna turn to the next person in line and just be like, "Hi, did you have something you wanted to tell us?"
I'm trying to imagine my grandma high, and I can't.
You see, man, maybe 50-ish, kind of scraggly beard, and he just kind of, I was just wondering, you know, what, you said you're with the duchy, right? That's so.
I'm gonna look at Garrett just to see, like, confirm that we want to. I mean, I guess I already spilled the beans, but do we need to do damage control here?
No. Now we might as well ask.
Okay. Yes, we're working with the duchy.
Oh, you, it's about the Tyrells there, about the manor, is it?
Not just about that, just one of the leads of what we're looking into.
I've been petitioning for ownership of everything else in there, wanting to clear it out, see if there's anything that can be saved. I know it's been a while, but I haven't heard back from anyone in the capital for permissions. Wouldn't happen to be able to sign off on that, would you?
I'm sorry, we wouldn't have the ability to.
Well, can you get if I get the contracts drawn up, could you get a copy to your superiors, perhaps?
We can certainly try.
Oh, that would be great.
Is there something specific that you are expecting to find there, or that you heard might have been there?
A carpenter. Just trying to get
Gotcha.
more materials.
Okay.
And
Understood.
see if there's maybe something worth repairing, and well, if I gain ownership of it, maybe I can save parts of it and have a house, you know, something nicer.
Right. Have you been around to the house recently to take a look at what state it's in and everything?
He kind of like looks almost nervously and then like whispers so that the other people in line waiting don't hear. I've been around about once a month or so. I go there, see if there's any materials I can use.
Gotcha. Have you seen signs? I'm like whispering this to him also. I'm like, have you seen signs that anybody else has been coming around?
Oh,
Has anything looked really different between the times you've been there?
I mean, once in a while, there's, you know, a Duke guard there, keeping the kids from screwing around. He kind of like leans in even closer. Truth be told, I've cut myself a couple of times on some questionable stuff and have to hide it. But about a year, kind of thinks, a couple of years after the fire, after everything, there were a couple of kids up there. One of them nearly died messing around, so they've had patrols there ever since.
Understood. Okay. I mean, if that's the case, why have they not torn it down sooner?
He kind of like pauses, and after a moment he just kind of like gets this frustrated look on his face. I've been offering, but I want, ownership of whatever I find.
Right. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
I mean, I tried tracking down the daughter. Didn't really have any luck. Don't really know where she went or nothing. He kind of,
Do you happen to know anything about the daughter?
I mean, some people say that she... So, the old man that lived there, he had coin out the ass, from what I hear. He was retired, something from the capital. Big coin. And, well, his daughter was, might have just stolen it all, killed him, and left. That's what I think. Well, that's what I've been told to think.
By who? That's just the rumors?
Yeah, can't trust what's in your head sometimes, because you never know what other people are putting there.
I hear that, yes.
But, he kind of shakes his head again. No, I, don't know what happened, but facts are facts, and, she was there after he was gone. And she burnt it all down and left.
Okay. Understood. Well, thank you for the information. That definitely is useful. I'm gonna glance at the others. If there's anything they need to ask, this guy seems at least marginally more useful. Alright.
Oh, well, I'll, are you all staying at the Briar?
I'm gonna look at Garrett. Are we staying in town, I
We
guess?
just got here. We haven't had a chance to pick a location to stay yet.
Well, that's the only one in town, so...
Well, then I guess apparently we might have to be staying there. Depends on expenses, so we'll have to see what's going on with that. But if not, we can certainly meet you here again if we ever need to get a hold of you. I'm sure.
I'll drop off. I'll write up another one of those contracts and you can get it to Capital for me. That would be great.
Yeah, certainly we can certainly do
Drop
that.
it off at the Briar this evening. Thank you. And he
No
gratefully
problem.
shakes both of your hands, who are doing most of the talking, and then makes way for someone else. Next up, let's see here.
When you said you don't know what we're gonna be doing this time, were you expecting us to hold a little town hall of the villagers?
I have no idea.
How did we end up here? Okay. I have so many questions for Mira right now. I'm just like, well, there's like 7 people in line, so I guess we gotta work through all of them first.
You see another older gentleman, probably one of the youngest, like mid-40s maybe. Hairline slightly receding, but his hair still looks good. He's got a bit of, like, not a full set of bangs, but, like, his hair's kind of messy, and it looks like a ponytail that kind of fell out where most of his hair is. And he just kind of, oh there, you're all, you see, you're looking for the Tyrells. I know what happened to the girl, the daughter. I know what happened to her.
Okay.
Do you?
Oh, yeah, after the fire, she came by, she was, with, guy pauses. You're with the Duchy, I heard that, so, how much you paying for info?
You know what? If you give us some information and it turns out to be useful, then we can discuss rates.
Give me a charisma convince.
Alright.
God damn.
That's
I do love that you wasted the 14 finding out the old lady was high as shit.
Honestly, pretty
Very funny.
Yeah.
So, alright, so, you see, I'm a stable hand, you know, do a lot of work in the stables, but, you know, when she left, and he kind of, like, leans in very, very close, like, not quite paranoid, but she was with somebody. She didn't do it alone. Some mailman came through.
A mailman.
Yeah. I think she set it up. I think the whole thing was a setup. She found love, ran away, killed her dad, got the coin to get out.
But how long
Gotcha.
ago did this happen that you saw all this?
Oh. 15 years? Thereabouts?
I'm gonna quietly take out my earring and hand it to Mira. Because I feel like we need to be able to talk to you in this moment. And clearly you're trying to lay low. So you can
It's
talk
a
to
very
Gary.
good idea.
Alright. So if she'll put that in, I will ask her,
Wait, I need
Did you murder your father?
if she's putting it in because it will be very interesting if she's like, I'm not gonna put it in while he's talking about how I set up my father's murder or whatever. Does Mira put in the earring?
I mean, yeah, she understands what, the use of communicating while she's trying to,
Yeah.
not be noticed.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like, well, if I put in the earring, they're gonna know that I killed my father and ran off with the mailman, so can't do that. It's like... Cool. Alright. Continue, Garrett, sorry.
So he,
But yeah, so if she's wearing the earring, I will ask her, roughly when do you remember having left here? 15 years ago? Or longer than that? Because, I mean, you were obviously frozen for 11 years.
I think it was 13 years.
So it was 13 years.
11, 13, something like that, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, does his timetable sound right? I mean, do you...
Yeah.
Huh?
But you left with your dad, didn't you?
No?
No? Okay.
No,
then
he went missing!
Okay, so he just went missing. Did it, like, burn down at that time?
Yes!
Okay, so there's this whole fire. You escaped from the fire and went in search of your dad. Ended up in Fortuny Soul, and then all that. Okay.
I'm keeping
I'm
this
sorry,
guy busy while they're talking about this. I'm just like,
I must
and
have
what did
gotten
the mailman
confused
look
somewhere
like?
along- Yeah.
Yeah, the mailman was, I think we talked about the Violet Herald before. He was that guy. And then he fucking Claudia French last name that I can't pronounce. Not Claudia, Claudia.
Yes, I forgot about her.
And then he moved to Artavista and set up his own thingy. I'm pretty sure we talked about this at one point, probably not recently.
No.
That does sound
Real
familiar.
life, this was a long time ago. You talked about it.
This was during the whole Kristoff thing,
Yeah.
right?
That sounds right, yeah. But no, the only thing he could remember is it was from like the Violet something company.
Okay, that sounds correct.
Yeah, there was a regular mail carrier that and he just continues down this, like, he starts spinning this tale of how they had a forbidden love, and like each time he adds more and more detail to it.
Okay, I'm just gonna palm
Mira
him
is
until-
very upset because this is like basically her second father figure. So it's very yucky for her.
I'm just gonna palm him as silver and be like, "Thank you very much for the information." I'm trying to make it so that nobody else in line knows that I'm doing this, so that like they're not all asking for money.
give me
But
a
I'm just-
give me a dex sneak.
All right.
All right. Hopefully nobody else notices.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be like, "Thank you very much for your information. I think that'll probably be useful. Just we'll let you know if we need anything else."
You see next this another, probably one of the woman about 50. She's got on a dirty apron covered in flour and who knows what else, and her hair's just tied up in a simple bun, and she just but I want to help, but I don't. What do I do? I don't know what to do to help. What can I tell you?
Well, are you familiar with the Tyrells at all?
I never met the daughter, I don't think. But I knew, I went to a long time ago. I was much younger. My mother brought me there. He was a doctor, an app doctor.
Right.
And I had a cough and a blood and everything else, and he cured me.
I'm glad he was able to cure you.
Always said
Do
he'd have free cakes anytime he came by. Never once did he.
Actually, the day before he disappeared, they were reattaching a man's arm after a logging incident.
Oh, interesting.
Recalls that kind of like, oh, that was very scary, but I was with my dad and then he was gone. I'm so sad. I helped.
Okay. So the person who got their arm, is this the same person that this lady's talking about?
No.
No, I don't think so. I
Oh,
was
okay.
just mentioning it.
Okay, so because I thought she was sick. Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
so this
related
is
to the
so-
just tangentially to the doctor thing.
Okay, so he was a doctor to people. Okay. Do you know anyone who maybe 15-ish years ago had their arm injured and went to him?
She kind of just gives this slow blink, and I don't, but there couldn't have been many. I'm sure if you ask around, you can find them.
Okay. Alright, so that definitely helps with that. Have you also... Part of the reason why we're here is that there've been some people who have disappeared. And the last information that we had was that they were being sent here. Have there been any other strangers who have showed up recently? Whether they be ducal guards or merchants or whatever. I mean, we've been hearing stuff where basically people, we haven't gotten a lot of news out of here in a while as well.
She just gives a slow blink and begins shaking her head.
No?
No one really comes to Coerval.
No one really comes to Coerval.
I mean, ducal guards come here, especially in the cold seasons, to, help with everything, but sometimes we get food for support and things like that, but the Duchy's been doing that for as long as I've been alive.
When was the last time you got some guards who showed up here?
A week or two ago. They come at least twice a month. Sometimes just doing patrols on the roads. I don't...
Have any of them, stayed here permanently, or have they all, shortly left?
She kind of just narrows her eyes. We don't have much in the way of...
Don't interact much with them?
She just shakes her head.
That's fine.
And you don't happen to know of anybody who's gone missing around here, or anybody who, I don't know, just any unexplained crimes or incidents, things to be concerned about?
Yeah. She kind of opens her mouth and starts to speak, and after a couple minutes she just... There was, and at this point the woman behind her, maybe a couple years older, just kind of butts in. Oh yeah, there was, about, what was it, 6 months ago, had somebody who, there was, and they get to talking and trying to, get their story straight in agreement.
Okay.
Cedric! I, got drunk one night, got in a big argument.
My friend who's supposed to be in jail right now?
I don't know, it's a name.
It's the same name?
It is the same name.
It's very funny to me to imagine that Garrett just suddenly flinches as Mira yells in his head.
Yeah.
Oh.
We talked about that too when we were in what's it called?
Yeah, Fortuny Sol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I do remember. Fascinating. And this
He got in an argument at the Briar's bar. It was a mess of a thing, and well, I mean, push came to shove. He nearly killed the barkeep.
Ask what he looked like.
What does
I don't know.
what does Cedric look like? We're gonna want to talk to him.
He older, about my age, short hair, broken nose. Always a bit of a temper, that one.
Any recollection there, Mira?
Well, I mean, it would have been 11 years since she last saw him, so she kind of gets a little taken aback, that doesn't really sound like him, but then, oh, I guess maybe he might have changed. I mean, they didn't exactly say like hair color or eye color or anything.
And
Maybe?
What? Maybe. Okay. So where does he normally hang out? Down at the.
oh no, he got taken.
He got taken.
Yeah, like I said, the barkeep almost died. It was a horrible thing. So he got.
So he is in
taken.
jail. So I think back at Miro.
What was the
So
fight
he is
about,
in jail.
though? What was the fight about, though?
What was the fight about?
Well, fuck if I know. I wasn't there. I just heard it was a big story.
Is the
Barkeep-
barkeep still in town?
Oh yeah. As far as I know, should be. Still should be running the bar at the Briar.
Okay, great. Then I think we can probably talk to them. Great. Wow, that seems like a good lead. Is there? Did Cedric live here?
Yeah.
You knew him well.
I mean, I didn't know him well, but I knew him. He was I gather he was a hunter.
Okay.
Lived here for a while.
Mira, does that sound familiar? Was he a hunter?
No.
Okay.
Do you just delete the picture in my fucking backstory? It was just here and now it's gone.
I did not delete the picture in your backstory.
Did I
Alex.
do it?
I'm looking at it right now.
What? It's gone! Oh no, it's down here. Never mind. I gaslighted myself. I'm sorry.
And you accused me.
Because you're the one who usually gaslights me.
Anyway, so for better or worse, there are a couple more people who are waiting in line patiently to discuss this. They don't really have anything specific that they're able to tell you. Yeah, it is very much just small town. People are wanting to help. At least from the vibe you're getting.
I mean, that last one actually was useful, so to be fair to them.
I mean, it very well might not be him. It doesn't super sound like him, but it's still, a lead.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I mean, it's also, like, surprising that this person is in jail and they told us Cedric was in jail, so that seems serendipitous or whatever. I guess there could be 2 Cedrics in jail in this country. That's possible, but
There's a slim chance.
So with that, is there anything else? Anyone else you guys want? Anything else you guys want to do here at the church?
Nope. Not me. I want to go to this bar personally.
All right. In total, you're probably at the church talking to people for hour and a half. Like, it's a pretty long time.
Oh, can I have asked one of them, like, how many people are in this town, like, total? Like, is it, like, 100, or is it, like, 3,000, or whatever?
Probably, the estimate's about, like, 250, 300 people. It's a very small town.
Cool. All right, fair enough. So, like, enough that not, like, everybody doesn't personally know everybody, but probably, like...
Yeah, but, like, if someone gets arrested, like, that was big news. Like, if you asked anyone else, everyone would be able to talk about the dude who got arrested trying to kill the barkeep drunk one night.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
So, you guys are heading off to the town square to the Briar. You make your way to the Briar where it is dimly lit. As soon as you open the door, there's someone who is sitting at the bar who just, hurry up and get in, close it. It's too fucking cold up there.
I close the door behind us. Lady, is the barkeep here?
There is someone standing behind the bar, yeah.
Do they look like they've just been beaten to within an inch of their life 2 months ago? I guess I don't know how much you were.
6
talking to
months?
them.
Yeah.
Was it 6 months or 2 months?
Yeah, it was like, it was... I don't remember I think they said 6 months, but I meant half a year, so that would be like 8 months instead.
Oh, right. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Okay, well then he would be recovered.
The guy's got, he's got a plain shirt, rolled up sleeves, like blondish hair, like very like, you know, halfway between stubble and a beard that just looks messy, and he just kind of he's sitting at the bar and he just kind of stands up and it's quite a fury. But he kind of like looks you up and down. You're looking for a room, huh?
A room would be nice, but we also did actually want to talk to you for a moment, if that's okay. Carrot?
He like raises an eyebrow. It's very dimly lit in here. There's just a few like lanterns and candles that are lighting everything. So
we are here from Artavista, and we are looking into some things, some disappearances and things, and we heard that there was an incident here about half a year ago, that somebody named Cedric had gotten into an altercation with you. We were just wondering if you...
I warned that prick. He was a damned alcoholic his whole fucking life he was here. Told him it again. Told him shit would go down if it went down, and there it went.
Can you tell us what the argument was about?
He was being a right prick. He kept saying, start up a tab, keep him on credit. He'll be able to cover it once he gets a couple more bucks. But I saw the season he was having, and I knew he wasn't going to be finding shite with any good pelts on it.
What was, I'm asking here, what was Cedric's last name?
I'm scrolling?
Cedric scrolling?
I'm scrolling my
Oh,
backstory.
I was like, that doesn't sound right.
McArlen.
Oh yeah,
McHarlan?
Arlen.
McArlen. This was Cedric McArlen, yes?
He like scrunches Moro.
Cedric Morrow, okay.
Hi.
No, we knew we know someone who knew a Cedric McArlen, so when we heard that you'd been involved in a fight with Cedric, we were worried if it was our friend's friend.
That's so. Oh, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But, either way, he got real pissy when I told him I needed the coin now, and well, he didn't have it. Said he'd be good for it, swore it, tried to run out, chased the fucker down. He drew, and at this point he unbuttons the top button of his shirt and lowers it slightly, and you can see there is a very large healed over stab wound just to the left of his neck. Fucker stabbed me.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Cold Gold had a shipment in. Funny enough, they were actually looking to buy some pelts. And, well, He motions to a table on the other side. One of them was sat right over there. Took him in. I haven't seen him since. His house was auctioned about 3 months ago. Somebody to get enough coin to burn the fucker down. Couldn't afford it.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a different Cedric than we were expecting. And it sounds like that incident was taken care of, so great.
So, you needing rooms?
Yes.
He kind of counts out. Well, got 2 rooms, or we got a common room where you can put up bedrolls and the like. Especially don't get much in the way of people here, and he kind of like motions outside to the frosted windows. So you got the pick of the litter. 2 private rooms. That's both of the ones here at the Briar, and split it up as you want. Only one other person taking some time right now in the motions to the what you presume is the common room. What you want?
I would like the 2 private rooms.
Well, he kind of like looks you all up and down, and how long you need it for? We take payment in advance these days. And he gives gives a little smile.
We're not really sure how long we'll be here. Can we pay in advance for 1 day and then pay again tomorrow or something?
He doesn't seem annoyed, but he kind of just purses his lips a little bit and then just kind of scrunches his face. Oh yeah. Do you 3 silver a night for the 2 rooms? At least tonight.
That's fine. I will pay that.
Give you more of a discount, you take more nights.
That's fair. I think maybe 3 silver for tonight, and then we'll see tomorrow.
Not covering any food or nothing, though. Not one of them fancy city hotels.
Understood.
Nothing like that.
Cool. I will hand him the 3 silver.
And he produces both keys and goes over with you to unlock the 2 doors. And like he looks in each of them. Don't be breaking nothing.
No problem.
And he gives just the most nonplussed expression as he hands you the 2 keys and heads back behind the bar.
All right. Well, maybe we can all convene in one of the rooms and figure out what our plan is at this point.
Yeah.
Well, Mira, it sounds like it wasn't our Cedric, correct?
No. I didn't really think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he would be the sort of man to almost kill someone anyway.
That's fair. Okay. And
She seems glad,
yeah.
but also disappointed.
Um. Well, would you? I mean, do you have opinions about? I think Rohan is like visibly uncomfortable asking this, but just like, do you have opinions about all of the rumors that we heard about the circumstances of your leaving? I assume that was you, right? Because I remember you mentioned that there was another daughter, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yes, that was, she died before I was...
Right. I think one of the people maybe mentioned that the daughter was always sick. Maybe they were talking about...
Well, that was an excuse for me to always be in the house and not
okay.
be seen.
Sure, that makes sense. Okay, well...
It was my fault at the house, but it was an accident.
Alex, you're cutting out a little bit.
Oh, I was looking down also because...
Just letting you know.
Did you hear what I said?
You said it was your fault that it burned down, but it was an accident?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that you didn't... I mean, if you were involved, then you wouldn't have done it on purpose, obviously, so... I'm sorry that those were the circumstances.
And then... why would I stay? My father was gone. There was nothing really left of our life together. And a lot of people were angry because people want to have a doctor around, and he was gone.
Yeah.
But he was gone before the fire?
Yes.
Sounds like he was gone before the fire, but maybe not everybody knew that, or like they happened in close temporal proximity, and people just
Well,
assumed they were related.
it was a few days later, maybe a week. But I'm sure after years, stories get changed from person to person.
Of course. Well,
I think it was weeks, actually. I'm remembering incorrectly.
That makes sense. Well, do we have an idea of what we're gonna do next? Seems like we still have to... I don't know, there's still something happening here that we haven't figured out, I guess. And I don't know where exactly to look, other than walking around aimlessly.
I mean, there was a whole bunch of people that were supposed to be sent here, right? And it doesn't seem like they're here.
Yeah. Do we think we should ask the Bastion or like talk to them? I mean, I know that we're worried that maybe they're in on it, but I guess like if we are looking for the people who were behind this, then maybe that's not the worst thing in the world anyway.
Could go in disguise.
That's true. Do we think that's our best bet at this point? Like going to the Bastion?
Doesn't seem like we've got much else to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do that then. What time is it now in the day?
Late morning, like 11ish, maybe noon.
Okay, then we can go now if we want.
So you guys going?
Yeah.
So-
I guess-
All right, off to the Bastion you go. For Frey is very annoyed by the amount of walking that has had to be done and is more than willing to stay behind for the time being at the room and get everything comfortable and keep an eye out. Keep an ear to the ground at the local bar. See if he can find anything out.
I feel like under normal circumstances we would all be like, "No, you're the one who talks. Please come with us." But it's fine.
Frey's got laryngitis too.
Great. That's going to be what kills him. That's what Ronnie's going to come back to.
God, if Ronnie came back sick, that would be the most fucked up prediction ever. Oh. She comes back next week. She's like, "Sorry guys, I can't talk." Like, no, it works. Oh. So anyway. Yeah, you guys make your way to the Bastion. It is built in a similar style to the church. Not opulent, obviously, but it seems like it was probably made around the same time. Same kind of stonework. Barred windows instead of the fancy ones that are nice, and some are stained glass. Instead, it's just barred. There's a single guard tower that looks like it probably has never been used actively.
Oh, wait, are we going in disguise? We didn't actually decide. I feel like we can go as ourselves, maybe, but...
Yeah, it honestly might be more suspicious to suddenly have a random guard turn up when they probably already know there's other random people in town.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Let's go as ourselves.
More people randomly showing up. Being defeated by the idea that everyone knows everyone, so you can't go in disguise is so fucking funny. Alright, so the four of you head in where there is a gentleman, maybe I don't know, late 40s, maybe 50s, with this thick black beard and just a bunch of gray around the face, around the mouth. Kind of grizzly black hair that is surprisingly still, like, for how many lines are on his face and for the fact that he's obviously near or around 50, he still has a very close to jet black hair for the most part. And he kind of just not really expecting anyone. He looks almost surprised and stands up and... "Oh, hello, what... do I have an appointment with anyone today that I was expecting?"
Garrett, this is all you. You're the cop out of us.
No, we didn't have an appointment. But I'm not a cop, I
You're the
think.
closest thing. Half of us are criminals.
So what is this in regards to? You're not, I'm sorry, who are you, lad? Strange enough to see, one person I don't recognize come through the door, let alone four.
Okay, out of character, does anyone remember any of the names of the guards who have been sent here off the top of their heads? I didn't take notes on their names.
No, I don't know if we ever got any. Because I know like Eddie sent people here, but I don't know if we know who she sent here.
Right. So I don't want to. This is the problem though, where if we just straight up tell the guy, how do we know he's not in charge of all this?
Yeah. I think we take that risk as long as he's alone right now.
Yes, we've been sent from Artaviste and are looking into the lack of communication between here and Artaviste in recent months. There have been some issues where merchants haven't really been getting the communication they're expecting.
Sent on
We've
whose
had
behalf?
several. The Duchess.
All right, and he holds his hand out, palm up, as if expecting something.
Like a writ or something.
Yeah, a writ.
Do we have something like that? I think so.
No, we don't. We don't have anything like that. Unfortunately, the writ is in my pack, which I left in my rooms. I don't have it on me right now. I completely forgot. So I do apologize for that. I'll have to go get that in a moment. But basically, we've been sent to investigate some of this, including even some ducal guards who have recently been transferred here, who no one's heard anything from them, like their family, etc.
Not had anyone transferred here in some months.
Really? Okay, because we've heard that people have been transferred here very recently. Is part of why we're here.
Must be some confusion. You should, I'm sorry. You're saying the Duchess herself sent you? Not
Yes.
on behalf of?
It's part of a larger investigation that we're working on.
Who are you
for
reporting
the
to exactly?
The Duchess. We're reporting to the Duchess. That's who we're reporting to. We have a liaison with the guards. However, he was recently injured and was not able to accompany us.
You are making things very difficult for me. You have a liaison who isn't with you. You
Yep.
have a writ that isn't with you.
Yep. I'm
And
fully
you've come
aware
to
of how
investigate this in the worst weather we've seen in a couple of years.
I think that proves a certain point there. If we weren't actually investigating this, would we have really come this far in this weather?
If you were really investigating this,
You'd have
Why are
I'd
there
have
no-
the information, right? Wouldn't
why
I?
are there no ducal guard uniforms? Why are you not part of one of our support deliveries?
We're undercover?
You saying that out loud?
No.
Mira still has the earring, by the way, so
Yeah.
so
There
Mira
is.
can communicate. We have reason to believe that, I mean, among other things, like we mentioned, a lot of ducal guards have been sent here and not returned. We have reason to believe there were some people within the guards who maybe had nefarious motivations, so the Duchess wanted us to investigate outside of the ducal guards.
At this point, he goes back behind the desk and unrolls some parchment and grabs a quill. And as you're talking, he just begins writing. And you are who exactly?
I mean, I turned to Garrett. It's your name's the only one that's gonna mean anything here.
I am a retainer in service to the Via Court, and I will give the name of one of our retainers, a guard or so, rather than giving my own name.
All right, and then he looks to the rest of you for names.
My name is Rohan.
He writes it down.
And
And
like, what does my name mean to this guy? Like, whatever.
he also writes down, like, you can see he has also pulled up a much smaller, like, slice of parchment that you would recognize as small enough to be attached to, like, a messenger pigeon's leg.
Uh-oh.
Can I get a vibe check? Is this guy like cagey because we're suspicious, or is he suspicious?
Give me a wisdom into it.
Okay.
You guys are being sus as fuck right now. Like, holy shit.
Not so.
How do we not be?
Like, you guys are being so comically sus right now.
I'm gonna read this guy's mind.
Robert, would you say that we're being sussy bakas?
No, I wouldn't, weirdly enough, Alex. Would you?
You almost made me choke on my water.
Alright, he is immediately concerned, like, the surface thoughts you are getting, Rowan, are that he is immediately concerned about the validity of your statements. And he is being very outward about this with his body language as well.
Do I get anything that's like, if this is true, then I have a problem?
He's definitely, like, concerned about whatever the hell this is. But you can always probe deeper.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to ask this. Like, what I want to know is, like, is what we're saying surprising to him, you know? But, like, I want to get more information than just yes or no. So, like...
What you're basically trying to ascertain is, like, is he aware of the guards doing corrupt stuff, or is he...
Yeah, and or just, like, disappearing
yeah.
while they're here.
Yeah, is he, like, in on it, or is this all news to him?
Yeah. So I guess my question would be, what does he know about the corrupt guards and corrupt Ducal guards and or disappearances of guards who are reported to have come over here?
Okay. All right. And he gets a mental save. Boy.
Yes.
See how he does.
Jesus
Well,
Christ. Fucking useless. All right.
Hey, you can try again.
I'm gonna use another spell slot on this guy.
I'm
We're
not
gonna
saying
run
you
into a
have to. I'm
cult
just
later.
saying you can.
We're gonna run into a cult later, and it's just gonna be like, fuck.
Do we still have the writ that we were given when we were chasing down Ozzy?
I think so, right? I think Garrett has it.
Yes, in my pack. But it's not the same as being directly from
It's better than nothing.
the Duchess. I will say, while we're doing this, hey Streak, while we're here, why don't you run back to our room and grab that writ for me?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll run back to the room.
Alright. Thank you.
Jake's gonna get back and be like, I don't know.
Where'd
what any
everyone
of these
go?
sheets
We're
of
all
paper-"
arrested.
No, he's gonna be like, I don't know what any of these sheets of paper mean.
I only have the
Just gonna
one.
bring all of them.
It's in the pack. It's nice. It's got the nice.
He can
I
always
could
ask
go
Frey.
too?
He can ask
I
Frey
could
for
go
help.
too?
Frey's already there.
Yeah. Praise
Oh, incredible.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. And he just kind of like... He continues to get, so you're here on official business by command of the Duchess herself to investigate what exactly?
Possible corruption.
Corruption.
Possible corruption within the guard, leading to. All right. So it's in relation to this individual, Osmond McBrennan. He was originally at. Let me just pull up the map here real quick. He was originally at Pointeman, and he essentially butchered a bunch of guards trying to get through the blockade due to the recent explosion at in Art of Ishte.
I'll show this guy the pass that I have from the Regent Elect there, at least to show him that like we're not complete nobodies.
Right.
The one that like gives us authority to chase after Osmond.
Well, that was the writ that I told Strig to get.
Oh, I have that.
Oh, you have that? I thought I had it.
No, I have that.
Oh,
Sorry.
never mind. Can we retcon that?
I thought you were saying
Strig to do that.
Honestly, I thought that you were like, I don't actually have this, but if I send Streak to like get something, then it'll look like we're more legit. But
no, I was sending him to get that. I thought I had that. I'm sorry.
I will let you
apologize.
retcon if you guys want to, or you can commit to it. It's up to you.
I think we should just retcon it.
Yeah, because that was some confusion on our part. I thought I had that, and
all
so
right.
Yes. I apologize.
Yeah, I'll show him that, and then I'll also show. I mean, I
So-
guess if you want to show him the thing you got from Arthur Robbins, then that might help too.
We didn't have anything from the Robins, did we?
From the Bright, who when we were chasing after you, he gave us a thing to get through the barricade and stuff, and like.
Oh
get
yes,
him
yes.
Better than nothing, maybe.
Okay, yeah. So that I still had on me. I would have had on me.
Yeah.
So I'll produce that as well. Anyways, we were involved in trying to track him down, which led to some undigging some corruption in the guards, involvement with the poor Robbins and Rochelle Blakesley, and from there, we've been tracking that to here. I'll produce the that particular from the Bright. Paperwork for the Bright, showing that we had permission from them to cross through the lockdown. There was a second explosion. They locked down. We're this is all one long investigation that we've been following up on.
Right. Well, I would like to confirm some of this information just to make sure that everything is on the up and up. Won't be the first time I've been stationed far away from the capital and been had by scammers.
Be aware that there are there is active corruption within the guards. Certain guards are involved in this, including what was Eddie's real name again? I forget.
Edith
guys.
Fulmer, I want to say.
Edith Palmer. Yes, she was one of the guards. Fulmer?
As in Ned Fulmer.
Fulmer. She was one of the guards who was...
Edosh, come on, you can do better than that.
What?
She might be evil, but she's not a cheater.
That's funny. Okay. That's how I remember it every time it comes
That's
up.
so
Like,
fucking funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, that joke is, I guess, just for the two of us.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I don't either.
Palmer?
You need to
Arnold
keep...
Palmer?
No, Arnold Palmer was based.
Yeah.
No, you have to be terminally
troll, guys.
online and pay attention to YouTube drama to know that joke.
Oh, okay. But yes, so her and the ducal guards under her command are actively involved in this investigation as suspects.
Right, well, given my position here as the captain of the Ducal Guard, I'm sure that this will find its way to someone within the Duchess' trusted inner circle, post-haste. Now, I need to go and get this delivered. Unfortunately, we do not currently have any ravens, so I'm going to have to go and borrow one. If you could be so kind as to wait here for just a little while. Be back.
Can I ask, is there any information you would be willing to give somebody who was not working with the Duchess that you might be able to give us now? Just so we can, know where we should be looking or something. I mean, even things that are generally available to the townspeople here, like even that information might be useful. We've just come in from out of town, obviously, and we've spoken to some of the townspeople, but they're all very helpful, but they all have pretty scattered knowledge. I imagine you might have a little bit more of a centralized view, even for publicly available information. Is there anything you might be able to tell us about the state of the town?
I will go over some things when I return.
Great, fine.
I give Rohan like a pat on the back, like, good try, buddy.
General travel time for all of this is no more than 3 or 4 hours. We'll have a response from the capital.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And he finishes writing out the information, and he heads out the door, trusting you guys to not do anything here in this small room of this small bastion.
Why would he trust... Okay.
There's nothing valuable in here.
Do they have, like, records?
There's a desk that he was sitting behind.
I'm gonna give him, like, 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna look through the desk.
Yep, there it is.
I mean, he fucking didn't give us anything. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for him to come back.
Is there a window I can, like, keep watch out or something? Jesus Christ.
They're bars, like, they're bars.
Yeah,
Oh.
but, like, I'd be able to see him coming.
Probably not. There's no windows on, like, the door-facing wall. The wall that has the door on it.
You want to just stand outside? In the cold?
Who's got the earring?
Mira and
I do not. I don't really feel cold very much. I could do it. But I mean, you're probably better at noticing things.
I mean, I just want to watch him so that Rohan's not caught behind the desk when he walks up to the door. I'm not really watching for much.
I will hand over the earring.
I will go kinda casually lean against the wall outside.
Sorry, bud.
Alright.
Cool.
I don't know, do I have a fucking smoke or something?
Street's never really had a pipe. He could desperately use one right now.
Really could.
No such luck, though. The best warmth you get is a small covered lantern hanging and very dimly lit outside of the, like, next to the door.
I'll just hang out here.
Okay. Alright, it is right off of the main street here. Unless he snuck onto the roof, there's no way you would miss him coming in. So I'm not even going to require a roll.
Great.
I mean, this is just on him being stupid, alright? This is not on me.
Let me get this straight. You're angry that he didn't trust your bullshit, but the fact that he's willing to go and deal with this makes him stupid.
Well, like, why would he be like, well, I'm not going to give you any publicly available information, but you guys won't look through my stuff while I'm gone, right? Like, what is it? Like, imagine I was at a Starbucks and I was like, hey, can you tell me how much a pumpkin spice latte costs to the guy who's sitting next to me? And he was like, no, I don't trust you. And I was like, all right, fine. And he was like, can you watch my laptop while I go to the restroom? I'd be like, what do you mean? You just told me you didn't trust me to give me information that everybody has.
It's more like he would. I think the vibe might be a little off. It's more that he wanted to get this sent out as soon as possible, rather than him not wanting to tell you anything.
Yeah, so the guy had to pee really badly. I feel like that still doesn't... whatever.
Anyway,
All right.
so...
Can I make an administer roll?
You do not need to immediately. There's not a lot in there are 2 drawers. One is locked. There's a small, like, there's essentially a long one that goes across, like, probably 60% of the desk that just slides out. And then there's a smaller one on the left-hand side below that one that is locked.
God, you're really tempting me. Fuck, no, I won't lock. I won't unpick it because, or I won't pick it because.
Well, if it
then
doesn't
I can't
lock right.
it again. Yeah, I mean, then I can't lock it again, and then he's gonna know we were here. I don't want to leave any evidence. All right, so there's nothing in here that like I can.
There is, you can see a scrawled, like, hand-drawn, well, obviously hand-drawn, a simplistic map of the town.
Okay.
And just, like, its surroundings and things like that. You can see there is what seems to be a written weather report by some sort of nature seer who seems to believe that this blizzard and the constant snow is going to be happening for at least another, like, 2 or 3 weeks, almost consistently.
Okay. Great.
Otherwise, there is a small journal on the right-hand side that you can see emblazoned on the front of it. It says incidents.
Okay, that seems useful. What are the most recent things, if anything?
So you have to flip through some pages, and it looks like this book is maybe a quarter full, maybe 200 pages, maybe 45, 50 of them are filled out. The most recent one is there was someone who was arguing that they deserve a pack animal to bring logs in, and they shouldn't have to buy it. And they got in an argument with about half dozen people in the town who owned pack animals capable of pulling. And it seems like one of the other guards, the name of the guard was Henri.
Okay.
She went and dealt with it. And essentially was like, no, what the fuck? You're not getting a free mule to pull your chopped down trees. She tried to work out a deal, and if he was willing to pay, but he essentially argued that he had no coin and could not afford it, and if he didn't have help, no one would have firewood for the extent of the season.
Okay.
Her notes are, this is bullshit, and he has lied about things like this in the past. He's just trying to bluster and get free stuff.
Great. Can I flip through, like, I don't know, the last 5 pages or something and just see if there's anything about Do Call Guards going missing, or I don't know, anything along those lines? Or about the, like, monster thingies that we saw, whatever those things were called again. Creepers or whatever.
Iowa Stickman.
Yeah, that one.
Trying to flip quickly. Oh, here we go. Let's give me that int administer.
Yay.
Yay, the paperwork skill. Any system that doesn't have a paperwork skill is dead to me. Digging through, you're like flipping and like essentially trying to like speed read for keywords and things like that.
Yes.
It seems like about 3-4 weeks ago, there were a couple of kids. Specifically, it looks like there were 2 of them who get caught pretty commonly, based on the wording, playing at the Tyrrell Manor and having to be escorted back.
IRL?
Sorry, Tyrell. Early on, me and Alex were gonna call it Tyrrell, and then she kept pronouncing it Tyrell, so I just had to commit to that.
Nice.
But I still
is a lie?
no. I specifically said, "Hey, can we pronounce it Tyrell?" And you're like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then you just never did.
No, I never said that. There's a reason it's Tyrell.
Marjorie Tyrell, right?
No, that's the reason I said, "Can we pronounce it Tyrell?" Because Tyrell's like a famous Game of Thrones thing, and Alex was like, "Yeah, that's fine."
No.
Okay.
Stop lying. Why you always lying?
I swear to God, I'm not, Alex. I remember this conversation. Next time we make a character, I'm going to record it, so you can't call me out on this stuff.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Anyway. So, otherwise, yeah, it seems like they like go there and they just screw around. There are notes that to increase patrols to keep the kids out. Also, otherwise, there is mention of a couple of merchants. This would have been maybe 4 months ago that you would have seen mention of a couple of twin merchants who came through here, the Voyards. And apparently they tried to skip out on paying for something. They didn't have any coin, and they spoke with the captain. That would be Oswald, who is presumably the gentleman you were talking to earlier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is this the Jacobian what's her face?
Yes.
Okay.
And apparently they were taken into custody, and a couple of days later, when the next patrol from the area of the capital came through the town, they were taken with them.
Interesting. Okay.
And that was filed by Yvonne, who doesn't seem to be it was filled out by someone named Yvonne.
Okay. And this is like the last time that the regular shipments or whatever that they said come through a couple times a month or whatever. Those are the people who took them back, hypothetically.
Essentially, they have to keep the roads clear and things like that, so they do have, Ducal Guard patrol between the different towns, even the small ones. But in the winter months, when things get really rough, they also deliver food and supplies and stuff like that.
Right.
So.
And those people, the ones that are delivering supplies, are directly from Artavista, right? And they're going back there?
Most of the time, yeah.
Okay, so hypothetically, if everything had gone according to plan, the Voyards would have been taken back in custody to Artavista, and the fact that we ran into them on the road suggests that those Ducal Guards' plans did not go according to plan.
A lot of hypothetical, but sure.
Okay. All right. In that case, that would explain some of the people who we've seen missing, or some of the people who hypothetically were missing, because what we know about Coerval as it concerns the Ducal Guards is that they hate this this job. They hate getting sent here, and they think it's like a huge slog and whatever, and it's like when people get sent to Siberia or whatever, but for Ducal Guards who can't fly. So hypothetically, Edith sent some people who she wanted to punish assign them to this patrol to come to Coerval to deliver whatever during the blizzards, and then they got pulled into taking the Voyards back, and then they all got murdered and eaten or whatever on the road. Does it say the names of any of the guards that took them back? I don't actually need the names, but I'm curious if they match up with the names we saw in the Voyard's tent.
It does not say.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, all right. I think that's as much information as I'm gonna get, but that's fine. I will put that away.
Otherwise, other interesting things that were in here. There is a stamp and like for wax seal stamping. There is a what looks like a small pouch of spark powder. And then there is another small ledger and a coin pouch. Slightly larger than the small spark powder pouch.
No, I won't take it. It's fine. I'll put it back.
It says, "Steal me, Rohan," on it.
I mean, that I definitely wouldn't take, because that means
it's blinking in neon
dynamite.
lights.
Yeah. All right. I will put everything back the way I found it.
Yep. Otherwise, nothing of particular interest, just generic paperwork.
Cool. I will relay the stuff, at least that I found about the Voyards, back to them, and about the Tyrells, I guess, the Tyrell Manor, to everybody else. And I guess we will wait until this guy comes back.
Great, I come back inside.
Yes.
Yeah, you're able to bring him back in. He's gone for probably close to 20 minutes, give or take. And he comes.
I stand by the fact that this guy was just stupid. To leave to just be like, well, I trust you guys not to do anything.
Well, listen, you can keep insulting my NPCs and I'll ignore it. I don't know. All right. So with that, a little while passes, maybe a total 20-25 minutes before he returns. He looks a little annoyed, like he's kind of like, he looks like he had to like just a little more tired than he should be. Like this whole thing is just like a little stressful and annoying to him. And he gets back and just wipes his brow and apologize for the extended wait, but everything's been sent out. Should be hearing back from Outage within by supper time.
Great.
Everything checks out with new compatriots. Will be good, and I'll be able to get access to anything that you need. At this point, he opens the drawer and begins just kind of like he pauses for a second as he opens the drawer.
He cannot tell. Can he?
And then
We
like,
all stand there sweating.
He gets just this big, like his chest puffs up a bit, and he sneezes and shuts the drawer.
I hate you.
God damn it.
That's so stupid.
Oh.
I hate you.
And so obviously I can't divulge anything incredibly important, but what is it you were asking that I may be able to give you?
Just, if there's any incidents that all the townspeople might be aware of, or
Oh, from what I've heard, a lot of people have heard that a group of 5 came in and have been asking around about the Tyrell Manor, and apparently they're paying for information.
Yeah, we are looking into the Tyrell Manor, but that is on a personal note. We have individuals in our party who knew the Tyrell family.
Yes, and there is there is a line at the Briar at this point.
Really? Okay. Well,
Apparently, you're the talk of the town.
Why would this guy tell people we were paying?
You did give that one guy money.
I know,
Yeah.
but why would he tell?
Listen,
What
all
does
he
he
has to
get
do
out
is
of
tell one of his buddies, and tell him not to tell anybody, and then they tell someone not to tell anybody.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
You know how it goes.
I know.
Also, small town politics. Come on. All right, so you're paying for information about Tyrell Manor. You're looking into.
Honestly, we weren't paying specifically. Just one guy asked for how much we were paying, and I didn't want to get into it with him, and so I gave him a silver. I wasn't planning to.
So you're paying for information about Tyrell Manor,
I paid that one guy for information about the Tyrell Manor.
which
He seemed very opportunistic. I'm not confirming that I will pay anybody else, but you know, we will see, I guess. I will see if I can convince people of that,
right.
given
Well,
that there's a line at the Briar,
so what exactly? I'm sorry. Just what can I tell you that makes this go quickly so that you can finish your investigation and leave?
You know what, buddy? It's fine.
No, this is... As I said, we have everything sent off. Now I'm just curious about what exactly you think I can tell you now that you don't already know.
I don't know. If I knew
Well-
that, then I wouldn't have asked, probably, you know?
There's been like we said, there's been rumors of guards being sent here as punishment for failure to meet the demands brought on them by Osman and Rashiel Blakely, and that these guards have not been heard from. There's been rumors of monsters and such. We actually ran into a couple of, I don't even know what you would call them, tree monster things on the way here, disguised as a couple of merchants.
He looks
did say they were coming
so
from-
incredibly skeptical.
They said that they were coming from Coerval, actually. They were Jacoby and something Voyard.
That sounds like. Didn't we just read about twins in a
Yeah, but
the
they don't
thingy, the
know.
book?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to say that so that...
Right. Listen, I'm autistic.
No, that's fair. It's a good question. That is... I'm just trying to lead him so I can be like, whoa, what a coincidence. Yeah, they said that they were coming from Coerval. Maybe you've heard of them.
He just kind of... Mouth not quite agape, but like... Just... You can tell he is not used to the amount of fucking chaos